Javier, very large ship in Timaru port and it's heading to Mexico.
Indeed, yes. We're leaving tomorrow morning for Mexico, hopefully with 3,200 cattle on and about 45,000 sheep for breeding.
Now obviously there's been a lot of precautions and care and loving attention to them already. What happens on board ship?
Well, once they get penned into their respective areas, they'll receive feed and water, or in fact feed and water will be there when they come on board, and they'll just settle into a routine that will last 15 days, which is basically eating, drinking and sleeping. There's not much else to do on board.
But it's not a bad sort of a life for a cattle beast or a sheep.
It is indeed. It's not bad. They'll do well. They'll get out of the cold. It'll be warm on the ship, and whilst all of that is happening, we'll rush over to Mexico to get
welcome them.
Everything ready to welcome them. Yes.
So tell me about the people on board. There's a veterinarian and such?
Yes, we have, apart from the standard crew that look after the livestock, we have 3 accredited stockmen, accredited by the New Zealand government, and a veterinarian travelling with the animals. So all their needs are taken care of, and should there be any need to look after any specific animals, there's trained people on board to do that.
And there's the medicine cabinet?
Yes, indeed. It's quite a large medicine cabinet, so we take precautions and we take medicines for all eventualities.
So how do you get to feed them? Because there's a lot of different pens up there.
Yes, the feed is in bulk, is pellets, and so we load that in the tanks at the bottom of the ship. That's elevated to tanks on the top of the ship, and then it falls by gravity to each feed trough. So it's an automatic feeding system. The water is automatic as well. So there's not too many things that can go wrong there.
And I guess 15 days is not going to be a problem for manure and such?
No, in the case of cattle we wash every 3 days and replace that manure with sawdust. And in the case of sheep, because the manure is more solid, then that remains in the pens, and that gives them a solid footing and a bedding to lie on.
So 15 days, and at the other end they are treated again with love and care.
Yes, they'll be discharged at the other end in warmer conditions than today.
You Mexicans could feel that.
Yes, and they'll go to our farm. We have 120 hectares in Mexico. We'll keep the sheep for a few days while we do pregnancy tests on them, and then start delivering those animals to the producers that are participating in this program.
And any that aren't pregnant will go to a ram over there?
They'll stay at the farm until they either show pregnant, because they may be pregnant but they may not be showing at the time that we scan them, so we'll give them a second chance. And then they'll be with rams, so that anything that's not pregnant will be joined in Mexico.
And there's been a lot of work going into this. You guys have been working on it for quite some time.
We started 6 months ago, procuring these lambs in New Zealand, putting them away in 61 properties, putting the rams in with them, vaccinating them, drenching them, shearing them, ear tagging them, or they all have electronic tags, so traceability will be absolute from the property of origin in New Zealand to the property of destination in Mexico.
And they almost become family pets over there, Javier, don't they?
Yes, there'll be about 1,000 producers participating in this program in Mexico, so the New Zealand impact in Mexico will be large, and it has been large over the years. It's been a very successful exercise taking animals for breeding from New Zealand to Mexico.
And those who were involved need to be congratulated. Peter Walsh, who managed to put the whole thing together, along with Arthur Blakely, and of course the people in Mexico, the public servants who made it all happen and made sure that everything was done. Be very, very proud.